Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Come on, we talking about the top-rated sports booking app in all of North America. They safe, they are secure, and just like the homie Deke, they are reliable. But with that being the case, we also know that, man, you got to know why you want to use it. Well, why? Well, because you can get some parlay going on, man, whether you're talking same game parlays or if you want to add multiple games into the mix. You got plenty of options, especially with the playoffs. The NFL playoffs continuing to get closer and closer to the big game, man. So with that being the case, for all of my first-time users out there, when you download the app, make sure when you make that first deposit bonus of $5, use the promo code MOAT so that way you'll receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. All right, the promo code MOAT. You heard me say it twice, so you know it's important. But with that being the case, man, that'll give you a chance to potentially get back into the game, and we'll see what it does from there with your picks. But more importantly, man, I can also understand that you can get lost in the sauce. Might develop a gambling problem, or you might just need some help. Man, if you're living in New York, it's a number that you can text. Shout out to the New Yorkers, baby. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER.
Greg Yeager says a TJ extension seems like a mistake in waiting. Whoa.
Well, was not expecting that one. Glad we went back to these supers. Can't let that just slide up under the radar like that. He thinks it's a mistake to get a homie to extend though. I don't agree.
If you're bringing down his cap number per year, exactly. I wouldn't say it's a mistake. But if you're gonna increase it, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think you're increasing the cap number. I think what you do with it is you extend them so that way you can lower the overall hit that it will have, and it'll give you some more flexibility for what you might want to do this year in free agency, create more cap space. We obviously said we're going to need to pay something at quarterback, regardless if that's Fields, Russ, or the field. And I kind of like the approach of giving the contract extension where it creates about 2 years of space for us. And then from there, now you have the difficult conversation, the difficult decision, and you pray that he's played so well that it doesn't even matter what the cap hit is. But even if that isn't the case, you've been able to maximize these next 2 seasons, and you're telling yourself, man, he's 2 more years older. What does the play look like? Is he still as dominant as he currently is? And from there, you cross that bridge. But I think right now you clear up some of that money and go for it. And I think the best way to do that is with the extension. So, but that's kind of my theory on it. Give him the voidable years. You know, I like the voidable year deals, man. I need to come back with that one.
Yeah.
That was fire. Yeah, give him a 5-year, $100 million, 3 voidable years on that deal, though.
I like restructuring him and Minka, and if that involves an extension, as long as it lowers the cap number.
Overall cap number,
as long as it lowers the cap number and what he's getting paid, like on a year in and year out basis, then that's fine. Yeah. Although he probably does have an argument to up that number.
He has one.
If he was out on the open market, I think right now he's getting 30. And if you got, what's Nick Bosa getting? Is he getting close to 35 now?
Let me check real quick. Yeah, but I say because I know he's up there.
TJ has a case for that.
Yeah, for certain he's
even
up there,
in TJ's down year this year, he was one of the best defensive players in the league, but definitely one of the best edge rushers. So that's the tough part. If he wants to do the whole hometown discount thing and try to make things work for us so we could continue to build around him and hopefully get that Super Bowl with him on the roster, then I'm all for that. I'm definitely all for that. Now, if he wants just flat out right top dollar, yeah, I'm second guessing a little bit. I'm thinking some other avenues if possible.
Yeah, so let's see. Nick is getting 34 a year. He did a 5 for 170.
Yeah.
Yeah, with 122 in guarantees.
TJ's got a case to get that based off what he's done up to this point. But I'm sure a lot of teams are going to look at TJ's age and be like, Yeah,
because TJ actual average salary under the deal was $28 million. He did 4 for 112. Because remember, he signed his first, then Bosa came after him.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got 28. Oh, could see TJ win that, but
Or does he go the Cam Hayward approach?
that's tough.
Cam Hayward took a little team-friendly deal here.
That's tough. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah,
How bad do you want to be in Pittsburgh?
that's real. Like, how bad do you want to win in Pittsburgh? Because you can stay here and maximize your deal, but we know in the salary cap league, it's not fair. It's not fair. But if you max out and take all the money you take,
that's why Greg
you can't
Yeager
get
brought
the
up what he
pieces
just
with you.
brought. Because if TJ's all about getting over Nick Bosa type of money, then we should seriously consider trading them. Because that's just too much for one guy, especially with what he's given us last year, with where his age is too. You brought it up. We need to start focusing more on offense. I'd rather start spending that money for a T. Higgins.
Well, and
See
the
what
other
happens
part
there.
is this too. When you're talking about the Nick Bosa situation, the difference is they still feel like they have the quarterback. He's just on a rookie deal in Brock Purdy. So with that, it doesn't feel as outlandish for Nick Bosa to get 34 when you feel like I'm still stealing at the quarterback position. And that's why dudes like Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, and McCaffrey, they're still cooking because they're not negatively impacted by the 34. We don't have that luxury. If TJ get 34, 35, 36 mil, we don't get to pay whatever quarterback we want to pay. Now we praying on a draft pick.
Yeah.
And how lucky are we that we're going to get the Brock Purdy? Remember, Brock wasn't even the first quarterback that they took. Trey Lance was the guy. They missed on Trey. We overlooked that so many times. It's like Trey was the dude that they sold the farm for. That was the guy they moved up, put all the draft picks, mortgaged everything for, and missed. They got lucky with the Brock Purdy situation, man. So,
and that's why we've been able to rock with TJ's contract for these last 3 or 4 years, because it was like at the end of Ben when he signed it, and then we've been taking on these
rookie.
Yeah, these cheap quarterback deals. Now, we still haven't found the quarterback,
Right.
but
we've been
it made sense to have TJ at this number.
Whereas now,
and he's outplayed the contract too.
Absolutely.
Frankly.
But now the next convo becomes, if it was a Russ caliber, if it was a Sam Darnold caliber, if it was the Kirk Cousins caliber, if it was the Jameis Winston caliber, it's like you're looking at anywhere between 20 to 40, right? 20 on the low end, 40 on the high end, depending on who that is, negotiation and the timing of it and stuff like that. That changes how you can just casually have 30 million being over there.